what's up? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Here we in post Heavensward. Here we are in episode 17. Hope everybody's doing very well. We're going to go ahead and talk right now to Atheno and head on inside a little Alamigo when we were free. So, to review, we are reliably informed that members of the Alamigan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to discern who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Kiara, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? LSA and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. Okay. I wonder how many quests I have left before I'm done with this. Maybe after this one I'll go check. The resistance. Damned if I know. It's not as if I'd be any use to them. Oh, dude looks like he's got a cold. If you set store by all these tales of secret weapons, good luck to you, but I'm too old for the mass bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we got used to it. Okay, I gotta talk to 3 people. And so far he's the only one. Where are the other 2? Inside tent somewhere? Can I go in there? Nope. Over here, down here, below. Ah, there's someone else. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in everyone in every Alamigan's heart, he has also inspired more than a few old ends to pledge themselves to the cause. And little wonder, the Garleans won't stop until we're all under the yoke. Ah, there's number 3 right there. Perfect. I see you there, going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin in his slot, I bet. Seems they're the talk of little Alamigo these days, folks wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Garleans, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face with all the scars, others reckon he's been marked for death by the Empire. And they'll be sending a bloody legion if they know he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to do the snort. There are some emotes I just won't do. That's one of them. I suppose I should have asked what you learned, but I think I already know. This Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Mask, yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them. Only that they are the most aggressive militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitments to the cause of Alamigan liberation is unrivaled. We can't but hope for the revolution XIV is channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this group which shall receive the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm any suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I am about it. Given that you and Gundubald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? Much as it pleases me to see you again, Kiara, can I help but wonder if I should be worried? I hear you and yours have been asking questions. Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his mask have become a leading faction with the Resistance. Though there were suspicions at first given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he was what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken temple of Horn. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Okay. Let's go. Shouldn't take that long to get over there. It's not that far. It's just right around that next mountain bed. Right over there. All those storm thingies. I wish I could use Tobal. I think the music is copyrighted, so I'm going the completely wrong direction. Whoops. Here it is. Yeah. Oh, please don't tell me I have to do the damn dungeon again. No, I hope not. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us. But no more! blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands. This I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more!
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
What are you two doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
Well, at least we found Ida and Pabalemo. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you! Thought it was pretty obvious you and Kiara would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and dispersed by the better part of Eorzea. But you truly believe that, forgive me. What exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet we have no choice but to free Ulda, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Amigo. All at great risk to themselves. Obviously we couldn't let that go unacknowledged. So we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration and Lord Ito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Raban had been instated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as precautionary measures, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gathered from your puzzled expression, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the Mask are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Curious, it is well known that we are no friends of Garlemald. One would think the man would stop beseeching all the sundry to join his cause and would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not in fact a Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented Robbie Rooster to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have guessed, the Griffin is extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. What? It's not as if I'm making you all wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the, to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you've had heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never even entertain such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The mass have made many claims of late. I confess I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the contents of the shipments which you spoke, it is not. Oh, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that is assuming you'll have us. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were the one the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not answer most of the sensitive details, he can probably tell us the mass plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonated, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a subtle incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Ian and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount the tales of your past achievements and testify as your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade until we have him cornered. At last here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from the Talbot and have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? It all seems simple enough. Thank you, and with that, Kiara, let us be off. I gotta put on an outfit now. Bah. Oh great, I gotta go all the way back in here again? What the hell? Where's the entrance at? I need to come through here. Nope. Well, you're the ones with the Gillen seeing as your friends of Papalimo. There's tunic and slobs for the both of you, tailored and treated to your taste. Now off with you before someone sees us together. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I'll go and change and see what Papalimo's marked on our maps. Oh, okay, I see. It's just the legs and the body. Alright, well, I'm gonna put that right there and that right there. There. Okay. Let's get out of here. This way, right? Nope. Did I mention how much I hate this place? I think I did. Well, I'm gonna say it again. I hate this place. Come on, just get me out of here. Damn it, which way is the exit? There we go. Well, look at us, a pair of done-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light? Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not that as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Kiara. We must find and secure those crystals. There's no time for looking back. I agree. Me. Alright everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please be sure to ring that little bell so you get notified of all the latest uploads. Don't forget to check me out on social. Details are in the description below. And with that being said, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.